the only reason why your sales close rate sucks is because you don't ask these questions that I will tell you about today. All those questions need to be spoken at least once throughout the call. So let me go over it and explain on the topic into the deeper, so you can understand why we actually ask these questions on sales calls that we have from the SMS outbound campaigns in order to sell better and make the close rate way higher. So let me start by saying, first question, on a scale 1 to 10, what is the number that you are at the moment, from 1 being the absolutely worst to 10 being the absolutely best, like fuck it, I would do it today, right now. So with that question, you have a great opportunity to get to know people's temperature. By getting that temperature from people, you know if they are sold on the idea, so you can move towards the closing, or if they are cold and not that interested. So when they tell you anything less than a 9 or 10, you ask them, well, why is that? So you can know what are their actual, how could you say, objections before they even say it on the upper hand at the end of the sales call. So in that case, you have the upper hand, and after you pitch the price, you will tell them exactly, you will repeat what they told you from the temperature check. After that, I will not go chronologically with the questions, but I will tell it as when it should probably sound the best. Another question that is great for you to mention is, well, what was the main reason for you to actually join this call today? The reason for this question is they are not here. If you have your offer great and marketing the right way, then people who show up on the closing call and you have the ideal client that you help, they are there because you can help them in specific way. They are not there to just chat shit about anything. They are there because they want help. So in that case, you will check and they will tell you what is bothering them, and then you can exceed on the problem. For example, when you ask these questions, they say, oh, my marketing lead generation isn't that great, and then you can expand on the problem. Well, why do you think that it isn't great? And that's how you go deeper into the problem, so they can truly feel how it's going to impact them, and you will open up the emotional side of them so they can make the decision by the end of the call towards purchasing and buying your product. Another question, which is very useful if you don't want to get objections like, I need to think about it, give me some time. We fucking hate these type of people, prospects, because they waste everyone's time. So in order to prevent this on the sales call, what you want to do is ask them, well, John, you told me that you need to solve this problem, but why do you want to solve this now? Like, why not solving it in 6 months, maybe year, 2 years? Why is it important for you now? This will make sure you will no longer ever get the I need to think about it objections, because they will exactly tell you what is the reason and the secret behind that stuff. Okay, so we are moving quite fast through the questions. Another thing that you need to know about them is their goal, because people, when they decide, they need to know about each other goals and the problem. So you will ask them in a way that not what is your number one goal, that's fucking sales cliche and it's not working anymore. So you're gonna ask them, well, John, what you are trying to achieve here? And they will tell you exactly what they want to do. So with that you have out of the way, you know their problem because you dig deeper into that and you know what they want to achieve. But your product is the specific reason why they cannot make that bridge connected and succeed without you. So you will position your last question that needs to be on the call in a way that, well, John, I have everything from you. You told me where you want to be and you told me what is your number one problem. Well, you also have an idea of what you're trying to do with that and you have some plan in mind. So could you tell me how is it that you hadn't been able to bridge that gap by yourself? Holy shit, that's powerful as fuck. When you say this question, without a doubt, they will open up their doors into their hearts and you will get to know exactly what is their problem. They will fucking admit it to you, and all of that, sales is fucking easy. You just get all of that information into one fucking bowl, you simplify it for them and fucking punch it into their face. What is the problem? Why that haven't been able to make that gap and bridge that gap by themselves. So you have everything in the world with the questions that you need to make sure you crush your next sales call. So that will 100% help, will fucking skyrocket your sales closing rate, and from horrific 20% it will get way higher, even to 40%, 50%, or that even. So with all that said, if you would like to stay on this channel and you want to see any other sales secrets, or they are not really secrets but you're just fucking bad at sales, make sure to subscribe. And also I'll be sharing more about lead generation of what our agency is doing in order to book 40 plus calls either a week and a month easily, almost on automated. So with all that said, subscribe. Make sure, if you want, good thing to mention, if you want to get minimum 40 calls a month, appointments for your product, highly qualified prospects, then make sure to fill out the form below this video in the comments so you can get sales from it. If we calculate it right, if you're, for example, have a high ticket offer of at least 2k, then we get you 40 appointments, let's say a month, you have at least 30% or 50, let's say 50% close rate, then you are closing, let's say 90% is show up, then 35 appointments, and you're closing around 18 people every single month for 2k. That's around 36k just right there, adding to your revenue. So if you are interested in that, make sure to fill out the form, submit the form, and we will be in contact if it makes sense for you or not. But anyways, subscribe and see you in the next video.